Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off giving all praise, and honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the Apostle Nails, the great millstone, who do well. Peace and blessings to the house of David D. Let. All right. Yahweh being the name who the world and he calls God. Yahweh Shai being the name who the world and he calls Jesus. All right. Those are the true biblical names who so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans should be calling on within these last days in a hope for salvation. All right. But we understand that the scriptures say only a remnant shall be saved. But if you hearken into this word, Lord willing, you could be a member of the Lord's chosen elect. So just to get right into it, going into the times that we are in evil times. All right, because we are in evil times, and if you've been paying attention to the media, the things going on around the world, you just had this. I think you had two Jakes hangings in the down south, one in Mississippi. I forget where the other one was from, but these things are going to continue to wrap up division amongst the people. You got the left wing, the right wing, all these things correlating to. All hell breaking loose and Jacob's trouble, the evil times to come. That was, that has been prophesied by the prophets, in the Holy Scriptures, all right? So this is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5, just hit it straight to the point. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And the end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." All right, we're in the times of evil. All right, the scriptures in Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, Salaki. It says, I'm going to start at verse 1, I'm going to skip down. It says, Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under the heaven." Matter of fact, I'll just read the whole thing. It says, "A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance." All right. And we in the time of mourning, in the time of, not mirth, because we understand the things that are about to come to pass through prophecy. All right. And we understand that evil times are ahead of us. All right. In order for us to witness and Yahweh Shah to establish the kingdom of heaven. All right. Evil has to be put out, and it has to be fulfilled. All right. The scriptures say the sins of Babylon have reached to the heavens. All right, and we're in those times, and more to come, because it's going to get even worse. All right, you watch these end times movies, these apocalyptic movies. I hope I said that right. Movies, and that's just a light version of what you're going to see. In the times to come, you got the movie like The Divide. Movies like damn, I forget what it's called. Salakia. But these different end time movies, just the point. It's one that's on my tip of my tongue. I can't remember it. But it starred Dave Bautista. When all hell break loose, you got movies like The Book of Eli, things of that nature, to give you an insight, of what the scriptures prophesy. But, you might as well times that by, 100,000. All right. It says, verse 5 says, "A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away." And we in the time that when Esau Edom, implement this MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, according to the Bible, which is the RFID microchip. hey, we're going to be in a time to lose, because you're going to have to lose a lot to refrain from taking that MOTB. All right. But we got comfort from the scriptures. Whatever, the Lord going to take care of us. You got Matthew, I believe it's the 6th chapter. Take no thought of what you shall eat or what you shall drink, things of that nature. Verse 7 says, a time to rent, a time to sow, to sue, a time to keep silence, a time to speak. It says a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. And that's the point I want to get, a time of war. All right, we're in a time of war. All right, we're not in a time of peace. All right, it's going to get even more divided. Like the scripture said, kingdom divided. Let me see. Kingdom divided. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. It says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall his kingdom stand? And we in those times, you got to divide the kingdom. They like to call this place the United States of America, but it's nothing united about this place. Everybody is, choosing sides. They arguing about this left wing, right thing, but we have nothing to do with that through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. All right, but it's a kingdom divided. So guess what? It's going to be brought to a desolation, and this is what these people fail to realize. There's no coming back from this place. This is Jeremiah chapter, I think it's 50. Let me see. I think it's 49. Hold on. 51. Past it. Let's see. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, which is Babylon according to the scriptures. Babylon the Great is America, all right? But she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reach unto the heavens and is lifted up to the skies. So you're going to have these different nations of people that, came over here to profit off Babylon the Great, America. They're going to seek to go back to their own countries, because they're going to be seeing this place falling economically and on all types of levels. But for a lot of people, it's going to be too late. All right. But this place will not be healed. All right. It can't be healed. All right. It's going to be destroyed, for the wickedness has reached unto the heavens, like the scriptures just said. All right. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to get Isaiah 60, and I'm going to start at the first verse. It says, arise and shine, for thy light is come. The glory of the Lord Yahweh is risen upon thee. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the point was, it's gross darkness the people. All right, darkness has covered the earth. Why? Because the people that's in rulership, according to Job chapter 9 and verse 24, the earth is given to the hands of wickedness, has spread darkness over the whole earth, man. All right, chiefly America, Babylon the Great. So gross darkness the people. Like in Ecclesiasticus, the 10th chapter, it says, as the king, so is his people. All right, so if they're in if the kings and the rulers of this place are in gross darkness and worshiping the left-hand side of Yahweh Shem Shah, which is under Satan. All right, how much more the people? The people are following the same, progress. All right. So gross darkness people. That's why it's gonna be evil upon this place, because we live in a world where people have no care to once another no more. Neighbors don't, acknowledge one another no more. Everybody's trying to, you know, get over on everybody. That's just the, wickedness that we, live in this place, man. And it's only going to get worse, when there's a lack of resources, a lack of food, it's going to be a dog-eat-dog world. That's why the scriptures say, friends shall fight against another like enemies. Okay, what's gonna, bring that, type of division amongst the people? Lack of resources, a lack of a vision of the kingdom, because the scriptures also say when there's no vision, the people perish. All right, so this is Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And iniquity has abound, so the love of many has waxed cold. Back, 50, 60 years ago, it was months, a sort of type of love amongst, our people. But today, 2025, Jake, has disregards upon one another. They hate their own rather than hate their own, enemies, according to Psalms 83rd chapter. And that's the time that we're living in. So evil will continue to wax worse and worse. So that was just quick and to the point. That was just on my spirit. So Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise, infinite honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.